Hello, hello. Welcome to Audio Addiction. It is your boy, Brandon. Thanks for hanging. If you're new here, I do a ton of K-pop deep dives over on Twitch. So if you want to be a part of the community, come hang out. Come, be a part of stream. They're normally Mondays and Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern time. So come hang out. There's always a link in the description for the Twitch channel. And then, as well as that, if you want to know what we're covering, all that jazz, there's always a pinned link in the Twitch chat for the Discord. And normally there is a link in the description to go come join Discord. We have a great community. They did not pay me to say that. It is a lovely bunch of humans. So if you love music and you would love to be a part of the lives, come hang because it's a great time. I can assure you. But we are covering a group that I did him immediately. Yeah, stream sponsored by Sarah. Thanks, Sarah, for sponsoring the stream. Appreciate it. We totally bribe you. Oh man, how I am getting thrown under the bus now. But you know who's not getting thrown under the bus? VICTON. We are covering VICTON tonight. We are doing some B-sides. We're doing some of their we are doing the entirety of their title tracks. So if this has been a group you've been waiting for, sick. Glad we could do it. And we will probably be doing solo stuff hopefully in the foreseeable future. I know a lot of people want me to do Hans. So I will have to keep that on the radar for sure. So don't worry. It's going to happen. So very nice. Huge shout outs to Connie for sending me over the playlist for tonight. If you would like to submit your playlist and stuff, then that's in the Discord, man. Tell you what's good. So Connie says VICTON, Voice to New World, is a 6-member South Korean boy group under IST Entertainment, consisting of Sungwoo, Sungsik, Sejun, Hans, Byungchan, and Subin. There are also former members Chan, who left the group in 2022. They debuted under Plan A Entertainment on November 9th of 2016. And their first mini album, Voice to New World, the fandom is Alice. Ooh, okay. Very interesting. I'm always curious. I'll maybe have to do a deep dive on like fandom names because I've like every time that we've covered a new group, I'm always very curious on how they come up with the like fan names. Like, is it the group that comes up with the fan names? I just got so many questions. So maybe that will be a future theme for a future deep dive. Because I always think it's interesting. So, very nice. Biggest do want him. Do I want to be him? Oh my god. Jazz says another group to fight with IST over. Oh boy, oh boy. Biscuit, hello, thanks for hanging. Sarah says fandom names are so fun. I can make you a fun fan name quiz, bestie. Oh, that would be cool. Thank you, Sarah. Appreciate it. Kelly says there are some very good ones and some very questionable ones. Okay. Yes. Oh boy. Okay. Well, we'll if we get to the time to talk about IST, I'm sure we'll do it. But Connie says that Alice stands for always. We love the voice. Oh, okay. That's a cool. I like that. Actually. That's really cool. Biscuits says that I only know maybe 2 VICTON songs. Excited. Ooh, okay. If anyone's new to VICTON, let me know in chat because I'm very curious because I know nothing. I think basically, so I'm curious to get into them as well. So I'll also have to remember all the names here. So I'm gonna literally copy and paste what Connie posted here so I don't forget them. But very excited. I'm gonna pull up the playlist now so you can stop seeing my giant head. We have the first one, which is I'm Fine. We have Eyes, Unbelievable, Remember Me, Time of Sorrow, Nostalgic Night, Howling, Mayday, What I Said, Flip a Coin, Sweet Travel, Chronography. This one looks to be A live special, unpredictable, very interesting. Stupid O'Clock. That's what a name. I kind of like that actually. Not gonna lie. Virus, and then we have Journeys featuring Woods. How appropriate. Which should have to check that out. Very excited. So cool choices again. Shout outs to Connie for putting the playlist together. Sonja, thanks for hanging. Jazz says such a good discography. Gunky says I've never heard of them before and never heard of them until someone mentioned them in Discord. Okay, very nice. We got a couple people that said I like a song in my B-sides that's on my playlist. Let's see. Stupid O'Clock is what I call any time, I think. Fair enough. Kaylee says, I know a lot of their later stuff, but have only heard of their earlier stuff like once, maybe. No Santa says that's this stream. Okay. I like it. Okay. I don't know how I feel about that, but hey, listen. A joke's a joke, and you listen. I'll give you a kudos, No Santa. That was a good joke. I appreciate it. No, Sonja says never heard of this group before. Excited to discover more bops. And then Kaylee says I like them a lot. So okay, fair enough. All right, we're getting into the first one. I think we're gonna do I'm Fine. So let's give it a spin. Our collective brain cell struggles. Yep. That's fair, No Santa.
내가 먹는 건 눈치밥 손잡으려 해도 넌 내 미로리발 이쁘면 당연 그래 다겠지 아 몰라 나 진짜 삐졌으니까 삐졌냐고 묻지마 Oh my god 속 탄다 제발 누가 좀 불러줘 I
like that rhythm shift
미안해 주제 너무 말이 많아 근데 역시 난 아무렇지 않지 않아 아니야 나 괜찮은 척 참고 있지만 그게 아니야 나 웃는 게 웃는 것 같지만 사실 아니야
What is it, Korean captions? This is great. I'll remove them if you want, Kaylee.
널 만날 때 습관처럼 척하기 힘들 때 처음처럼 난 너만 보는 바보 가끔은 무너지는 너만 보겠다는 각오 사실 미소 뒤엔 답답하고 속상해 사랑엔 공식이 없어 매일 똑같아 혹시 이런 남자가 내가 처음이니 주말 길거리보다 내 머리가
This is the first song, Harmony. Thanks for hanging.
그게 아니야 저 별도 받아줄 것 같지만 사실 아니야 사둔 게 나도 참 많지만 조잡내 보일까 봐서 안 하는 게 낫겠다 아무렇지 않은 척 아무것도 아닌 척 너만 보면 자연스레 난 척척하게 돼 아무렇지 않은 척 삐져도 안 삐진 척네 앞에서 나도 몰래 난 척척하게 돼 이번엔 진짜 안 되겠네 오늘은 진짜 안 되겠네 지금까지 기회였지만 오늘 나랑 얘기 중이야 그래서 넌 이건 아니야 그냥 그렇다고 척척 네 앞에 서면 척척 쉴 틈 없이 또 정색하는 척척쟁이 척척 네 앞에 서면 척척 쉴 틈 없이 또 이불킥하는 척척쟁이
Ooh, those like higher notes and the outlet, like ad lib stuff. Oh, so good. All right, very nice. This is Viction's "I'm Fine," starting off the stream. Very nice. We love to see it. No Santa says the number of concert videos I have deleted because it caught my voice singing gibberish too hard. I resonate with that so hard that or I was gonna make a comment of what Kaylee posted in chat about having the Korean caption, and I was just like, my ass isn't gonna know any of that stuff, but I feel like if I see it, maybe something will click. It's just like the just looking at it, you're like, oh, maybe I might, maybe there's something there, but I nothing was in the brain there, but Connie gave a little bit of information. They said that this is their debut song. It had been written by Duhan's Han Sing Wo, Nang and Byum. The song is about a guy who tries to act cool in front of his girlfriend, even though he's feeling upset or jealous. The music video for "I'm Fine" stars Na Eun from A Pink, very nice, who shows her supports for her juniors from the same agency. Ah, very nice, very nice. Kaylee says maybe it's because I've been working on my Astro D type, but the brighter debut concepts from boys groups I miss. Ooh, okay, okay. Sarah says I'm at the point where many K culture fans, where I know the Hangul alphabet and can read it but comprehend it. Absolutely not. Very nice. Honestly, I should do it. Sally, thanks for hanging. Love concepts like that. We love a bright concept. Agreed. Um, no, I thought this was great. I also enjoy the bright concepts. I think it's just maybe generally because I like a lot of major key stuff. Like I'm not, again, I'm an emo, so I like the minor shit. But I don't know. I think just like the lightheartedness, the I don't know, just the funness of the song, I think, is what really kind of keeps it going. I do like that the musicality isn't like crazy. Like there's definitely moments in the song where I feel like they were able to kind of switch it up. I think it mostly had to do um I think mostly it had to do with like the way that they incorporated the rappers in this song. I thought it was really nice. I really do appreciate a lot of the like rhythm structure in comparison to that of like the vocals. I think the vocals are really solid in this song, and you could definitely hear it more so towards the end of the song where I feel like they were able to kind of push a little bit more. But I thought the rappers in this song were really good, and the way they integrated them was always really fun. So but yeah, I overall thought this was very solid. I think this was a really interesting debut. Again, if I had found out about this when they originally released as a group, and I was really into K-pop, I feel like this would be probably a concept I would enjoy. I'd be curious to see how further they evolve their sound and grow. Because I think that's always something that I envision when we go and cover these groups is how much their musicality grows and evolves over that time. So I feel like very similarly, I probably feel the same way about this song. So, and just the rest of their releases. So love to see it. Sarah said, oh wait, Gogi says, solid song, but nothing amazing. It's just a debut. Very interesting, like that. Someone just says YouTube insists on giving me Korean captions for everything. I wonder why. And then Sarah says, I'm learning the letters and phonetics isn't hard. Took me like an hour. You should absolutely go for it. Ooh, okay. I will. I'll have to check it out. Sarah says, I like the minor shit has gotten many email bands in trouble. As there is one emo band that is coming back as of right now, I'm not surprised by that. So that's interesting. Connie says it's a cute song, not my type of song, but good. Yeah, I think laying the groundwork for like a lot of the structure in the song I think is really important, because like when I'm thinking about debut, I'm like, are they able to kind of like manage the structure really well? And if they have a really good basis for how they structure out these songs, then I think that only benefits them later on as the songs kind of progress, and they obviously figure out what works and what doesn't work in the group. So I think if you started off with a good structure, I think that's always to a benefit for sure. It was a fine debut. It was fine for a debut song. Very nice. And then Kaylee says, "Okay, chat, how do you pronounce uh Hans? Because I've heard it different ways." That's what I thought. I thought it was but it looks like Sarah says Hansei. Okay. Let me know if I pronounce it wrong. I will correct it or try to. So, all right. This next one is Eyes Eyes. So let's go.
우리 오랜만에 봤잖아. 내가 많이 서운했잖아. 조금만 더 네가 늦었다면 끝장렬했을 거야, baby. 너 또 핸드폰만 보내. 그런 건 다시 no-no-해. 이건 에버야, 에버야, 뭐라 에버야, 진짜 에버야. 내가 어디로 가. 너까지 나한테 이러지 말고. 나만 봐줘, ice, ice, baby. 불 떠지게. 매일매일 ice, ice, baby. 저 별처럼. Okay. 반짝이는.
Oh, I like that drop ballad. That's cool.
터져버린 펌페이 이제는 내가 하는 모든 말들은 네 귀엔 와와와와 whippy yeah 넌 뻔만 쳐다보며 웃어 예쁘게 babe 날 잠그 화면처럼 밀어 lay back yeah 어디 그저 따스한 new bitch 한 번이면 pull it 진짜 이건 아닌데 지적한 거 아닌데 무섭게 인상 좀 쓰지 말고 나만 봐줘 ice ice baby
That's a great chorus. Oh. Great falsetto. Ooh. That was cool. All right. This was VICTON's Eyes Eyes. If you're hanging out, thanks for hanging. I was very surprised. I thought they were gonna end it much sooner, but I kind of like that little trailed off ending of the song. I thought that was really nice. But wow, this was really interesting. Connie says that Eyes Eyes. This song is from their second mini album. Was written by Hae Lee An, Byunmo Hyuk, Do Hanse, and Nang Byum. Very nice, very nice. I thought this was really good. Definitely production wise, it was a lot. There's a lot more going on. And I don't know what the time gap between their debut song and this song was, but I'd imagine if it keeps the same like track line as most K-pop releases, it's probably 6 months or roughly around that time period. I know sometimes they can obviously extend longer or go shorter. But I thought this was really good. Like in terms of the time frame of how these songs are released, I'm always really impressed at like, especially if it's like the production value goes higher and higher with each release. I'm always really, really interesting. But I think this one definitely hooked me a little bit more. I really love the chorus of this song. I thought that was really well integrated. I love the kind of like EDM, like softer EDM pulls of this song. I thought it was really nice. Connie says it was 4 months later. Okay, cool. So a little bit quicker of a turnaround. But I thought this was awesome. I really liked a lot of the vocals in this song. It does look like I probably will be biasing Song Sik because his vocals, man, are cracked. I love hearing what he's able to do, especially at the end of songs. It's almost like, it's almost like you're waiting for, there's something really cool at the end of the song and you're like patiently waiting to see how crazy the vocals get at the end. But he's got some really insane vocals, especially again that high tone is just like his falsetto tone is so clean and like really punchy, and they did a great job of setting his vocals in the mix where, obviously you're still giving the attention to whoever the member is at that time, but then on top of that having him again do so much with the vocals on top, I think was so sick. As well as that, the rappers are really cool in this song as well too. Hansei and Sungwo, I feel like that combination is like a 1-2 punch. I think they do a great job of following each other up in that way. And I think a lot of boys groups do that super well, especially if you obviously have more members with like that do rapping. I think the immersion is always really good on that. But yeah, I like this. I also appreciated that in the bridge you got a little bit softer. And then obviously having more of a grandiose sort of ending to the song, I think is always really, really well put together. But I would definitely say that this, to me at least, feels more in the step of the right direction. I'm curious to see a little bit more, but this one's definitely really solid. I'd probably say, just the production value along with their just the whole package as a whole was really interesting. So I definitely have to go back and listen to this song as well as some of the songs from this album because I'm always very curious. But yeah, really solid. Sonja says, I like this song more, cool vocals. I agree. Gangi says, I'm still waiting for that song that hooks me to this group, but we're not there yet. Ooh, okay. Then Connie says, I believe they're referencing Song Sik, which again was the person that I was mentioning, is their favorite, and then Hansei is the rapper, as a bias, I would imagine, and then Song Sik is the leader and main vocalist. That would make sense. So very nice, very nice. Yeah, these two have been very interesting. Curious to see how's it work. By the way, the Sik in Song Sik is pronounced close to the chic. Okay. And Woo is like ooh with the W silent. Okay, I'm learning all the pronunciation tonight, so I love it. Appreciate you, y'all. We shall keep it moving, which is unbelievable.
Steady. 이건 말도 안 돼. 이건 말도 안 돼. 네가 날 보고 좋다고 하는 게. Oh yeah. 진짜 이건 말도 안 돼. 이건 말도 안 돼. 네가 날 보고 좋다는 게 나 믿기지가 않네. Baby 다시 한번 생각해도 이건 말도 안 돼. 네가 날 보러 왔다는 게 진짜 말도 안 돼. Baby. 이건 말도 안 돼. 누가 봐도 콧대 높게 보이던 너인데 아무나 막 다가갈 수도 없던 너인데 말도 안 되니까 난 봐 너와의 공감 내 몸과 달리 내 맘은 맞춰가 눈치가 들끔 보는 난데 아무렇지 않게 보는 넌 뭔데 내가 여기 나타날 때 수많은 사람들 틈에서 눈이 마주칠 때 진짜 이건 말도 안 돼. 이건 말도 안 돼. 네가 날 보고 좋다는 게 나 믿기지가 않네. 말도 안 돼. 지금 상황에 이상한 것 같아.
Oh, I like the effects on that vocals. That's cool.
네 목소리에 데시벨 좋아 오늘부터 1일이니까 celebrate today 난 네 생각을 매일 해 baby relax come and lay back girl 네 목소리에 데시벨 너무 좋아 오늘은 celebrate yeah 볼 때마다 넌 볼매야 해라 day yeah alright 내게 다가올 때 저 멀리 걸어오는 너와 눈이 마주칠 때 nice 진짜 이거 말도 안 돼. 이거 말도 안 돼. 네가 날 보고 좋다는 게난 믿기지가 안 돼. Baby 다시 한번 생각해도 이거 말도 안 돼. 네가 날 보러 왔다는 게또 진짜 말도 안 돼. Baby 심장이 터지게
That little bit of acoustic guitar?
너와 내가 같이 있을 때에 믿을 수가 없네. 두 번 말해 뭐해. 너도 나와 똑같다는 게 이건 말도 안 돼. 꿈은 아닌 건데 내가 좋다는데 너도 좋다는 게 sing it. 야야야 이건 말도 안 돼.
That was a sick little metal later on.
내가 좋다는데 너도 좋다는 게 sing it. 야야야야 baby
Nice.
이건 말도 안 돼. 이건 말도 안 돼.
All right. This was VICTON's Unbelievable if you're hanging out tonight. Thanks for hanging. Wow. This one was incredibly bright, but I think it just works out so well. Connie says, Unbelievable from their third mini album was written by Hansei, Sungho, and Nong and Byum. It looks like Hansei and Sungho do a lot of writing credits. So I'm curious to see how far they go in terms of if they do a lot of the writing for that. That's incredible. Good for them. Gongi says, I think I figured out why these three songs aren't doing much for me. They sound like so many other K-pop songs I've heard before. If I would have heard these when they came out, I would feel different. This song is definitely the best so far. Ooh, okay. I mean, we have like 13 more songs to go through, so I'm sure there is a good chance you'll probably find another one you'll like. I hope. I think for me, this one was definitely like, again, we're continuing that like forward momentum. I think this one is definitely the brightest in terms of like musicality that we've heard thus far. But I do like this one a lot. I think just the way that they structured it out was too much fun. As well as that, I think the hook on this song was really good, especially in the chorus. I think they had a really good hook line on that one. So big shout outs to whoever was writing the chorus for this song because they did a great job. I do feel like it has a really good memorability to it, at least. It's probably like that oohs and ahs. I don't know why, but just my brain just latches onto that type of stuff. So I do really like that a lot, and I'll probably again be hooked on that. But as well as I think this one, I thought this one was really good in terms of again the structure between the rap sections and the vocals. I know I've mentioned that a lot, but I think like to me, I feel like it could make or break a song for me in terms of the ones that I would probably like more or would like less. I think it does have that sort of grip on me where if it's an unbelievable, no pun intended, like vocals to rap section transition, I think it's always really interesting. And if anything, I find it really impressive the way that they can kind of interweave the two. And I felt like the rap section in this song was really great. I'm pretty sure as Hansei was doing that first part of the rap, and he's got such a unique tonality as well too. So I feel like I instinctually gravitate towards him just because, again, I think his vocals are kind of like the way that he raps, his tone is very like bitey, very like in your face. So I think it really does kind of reflect how much energy, even if it's like maybe delivered with sort of like, again, the half energy, it still can kind of commit to that, but like I feel like Hansei always puts in that 110% effort. So this always delivers, at least from my perspective. But I thought this was really good. Definitely getting more into the ballpark of what I enjoy. I do notice that we are we'll be getting into a different realm from what Chad is telling me a little bit later on. So I'm curious how they're going to navigate the shift. I'm always really impressed with how groups do it. So I would expect nothing less from VICTON, certainly. So, but yeah, this was great. There's definitely a different vibe, but I think with each song, they've consistently had a great approach to all of the songs. So I definitely like this one a lot, for sure. Let's see what we got. Harmony says, I'm willing to bet around Nightmare / Howling is when you're going to get fully captured. Oh, okay. Sarah says, Gunky's looking for originality and hates fun. Jess says, very different vibes coming soon. We have the tried old tradition of Gunky and Sarah fighting it in the Waffle House parking lot. So if you're new here, it's here. Just, go on with your day. So, Gunky says, none of these songs are bad. They just don't get me crazy excited. If they came on, I wouldn't skip them. I'm looking for songs that I want to look forward to listening to. Again, hey, preference. I get it. Sandra says, you guys are quintessential K-pop group so far, which is not a bad thing in my opinion. And then Kaylee says, I mean, my favorites are later on, so that's fair. And then Biscuit says, Nightmare is the one I have playlisted. Ooh, okay. Well, excited to get into those. But in order for that to happen, we have to keep it moving. So the next one we have is Remember Me. So let's get into it.
네가 맘 편히 떠날 수 있도록 yeah. 네가 보이지 않을 만큼 멀어질 때까지 눈물은 참아볼게 yeah. 사실 속은 컴퓨터보다 항상 이랬던 너에게다가 떠나가지 마, 나 혼자 두지 마, 널 붙잡을까 지적거릴까 아직 되게 못해줄게 너만 받은 만큼 주지 못한 게 많아 너무 못난 사랑이란 걸 알지만 넌 나를 기억해 네 마음속에서 너와 영원히 숨쉴 수 있도록 넌 나를 기억해 내 세상이었던 내 전부였던 너를 잃어버린 날 위해 넌 나를 기억해 넌 나를 기억해
I like how prominent that piano is. Ooh, clean.
넌 나를 기억해 네 마음속에서 너와 영원히 숨쉴 수 있도록 넌 나를 기억해 내 세상이었던 내 전부였던 너를 잃어버린 날 위해 넌 나를 기억해 넌 나를 기억해 놓지 않을게 놓치지 않을게 넌 나를 기억해 우리 멀리 있어도 서로를 느낄 수 있게 넌 나를 기억해 너와 영원히 숨 쉴 수 있도록 나를 기억해
All right. This was Viction's Remember Me. If you're hanging out, thanks for hanging. Connie says, Info. Remember Me from their fourth mini album was written by Hansei, Kim Tae-jo, and Young-jun Hyung. Very nice. I thought this was very good as well. I feel like we are hitting that consistency that I like. You know, this is a fun song. I do kind of like, I don't know, weirdly enough, it kind of gives me a little bit of like an islandy sort of vibe. I think it's just maybe the way that like the pianos and like the way that they do the AOs like just feels very. I feel like a group at some point in their like lifespan as a K group has to do a song similar to this. Not like, obviously they're not all copying off of each other, but there's like there is a familiarity that I feel like in this song that is just like, I'm like, damn, I feel like every K group we've talked about has to do a song like this. And that's no disrespect to the genre whatsoever. I just think it's really funny. There are like little nuances that I pick up about like just getting into K-pop and being more familiarized with it, where I was like, oh shit, you know, this feels nostalgic. Like I potentially could have heard it before. But no, I thought this was really good. I liked a lot of the vocal styling. Again, I think it has to do with the way that they are produced. They do a great job of like noticing different sections in the song that feel appropriate in that particular moment. So I love that there is a good bit of variety and in their releases. You know, each comeback doesn't feel like something you can anticipate, I guess. And I think that is the beauty of those title tracks, and just title tracks pretty much from any group, is that you'll just never know what you're gonna get, which is always really impressive to me. But I felt like this one vocally was amongst the strongest ones, and I really love that like final chorus again. It was just so well put together, and Song Shik just did a fantastic job of just selling it. You know what I mean? He's just got great vocals, and for him to be able to be highlighted at the end, I think is always like the cherry on top for me. So I love that. I also really enjoyed, I'm pretty sure it's Hansei that was in the car in this MV. His rap verse was awesome. Like, I did not realize how fast of a cadence he has, as well as that like his rap, like his rhythm in terms of the way that he raps is really impressive. I felt like he hasn't really done something like this in a Viction song as of currently, and I really was impressed by his speed. So I think that was really cool. I feel like I'm buckled in and I'm ready, but I feel like this was really, really cool to just kind of get a little taste, you know? So it was always really nice. Let's see what we got. Sarah says early Viction reminds me so much of Varsity. Okay, interesting. Sonja says yes, fun, but more developed sound. They are coming from their own here, it seems. Coming into their own, it seems. Very nice, very nice. I would agree as well. And everyone's saying it's Hansei is gonna get better. Okay. I'm buckled in. I'm in the seat. You know, I'm ready. So, you know, I'm ready to get my socks blown off. So, I'm sure I will get that. All right, very cool. The next one we have is Time of Sorrow. So let's give it a listen. I feel like the name of Time of Sorrow, this has to be a ballad. Ooh. I like the trap drumming already. This is good.
보고 싶다 yeah. 네 곁에 더 머물고 싶다 무엇도 할 수가 없다 다시 볼 수 없을 것만 같던 우리의 이별도 결국 봄바람이 불어왔죠 다시 사랑하는 그날 여전히 넌 그 자리에 있었죠 우리가 런지 날려간 저 꽃잎 따라 너와 함께 춤을 춘다 그날처럼 yeah. 그 기억 속에 아름답던 우리는 가슴 깊이 묻어둔다 yeah. 지금보다 더 멋있게 네가 다시 바라보게 눈물은 보이지 않게 지금 뒤돌아보지 않을게 하나 둘셋 인생이란 선택의 연속이래 사랑이란 믿음 배려 용서 이해 시간이란 뭐 속인데 뭐 손이 된 모습 이제 뭐 숨길 테니 시든 고송이 돼
Man, me and Hanse are rocking the same hairstyle. I'm for it. I knew it. We are twinning.
눈물이 입술에 맺혀만 달콤할 뻔했어 이 정도면 아름다운 이별이 되겠어 That's all 지금보다 더 멋있게 네가 다시 바라보게 바라보게 만들어 기다리게
Oh, I like this back and forth. Please.
눈물은 보이지 않게 지금 뒤돌아보지 않을게 잠시만 안녕 이 시간이 지나면 볼 수 있기를 이대로 안녕
These falsettos are so good. Oh, I like the way they stacked all these vocals. Nice. Oh. All right, this was Viction's Time of Sorrow. If you're hanging out, Connie says, "I don't know if I can write the info because it's a little difficult topic. So sad." Oh, I feel like I could kind of pick up on it. I was reading some of the lyrics, and like even the last caption on this song was like, oh, it just I could feel it. I felt it in my soul. So I feel like that's all I need to know. But thanks for the info anyway, Connie. They had said that this is from their first single album, is about a friend leaving for an unsure amount of time and without a goodbye. The music video depicts the friend that they talked about passes away when they place Lily death flowers on her school desk. At the end of the video is written by Hidden Sound, Nano, Sungo, and Hansei. So very nice, very nice. What a beautiful homage to losing a loved one or someone you're close with. Y'all know I've done my fair share of crying here on stream, so I felt very resilient in the sense of not letting the tears flow, but I felt like this was really beautiful. Like honestly, this to me, I would imagine in the sea of title tracks that they have out, I thought this was really nice. Like, I think this one might fly under a lot of people's radars, but I really love the like more simplicity of this song. Like, I appreciate the way that it's written. Like, it feels very unadulterated in the sense of like, not to say that the other songs that were before this one were, you know, vocally diminishing, but I felt like with this song, like there is just kind of more of a naturalness to this song that I felt a little bit more real, and so I really like that. I think it really obviously sends more of a message, and I think there is a sense of like vulnerability with this song that I really like. And I think, you know, obviously you can tell that in the lyricism, but I think musicality wise, there's just a beauty to it that I think allows you to be a little bit more vulnerable to it. So I think that has I think that has a beautiful effect on the writing. And I think that, you know, again, ultimately kind of enraptured me into the song a little bit more. I also thought the vocals were really beautiful. More specifically, there is one section of the song. It was in this like hall, like the this section here. I don't know which member this is, but I really love their vocals in this section. And it kind of like stood out to me for the entirety of the rest of this song. Sejun, okay. Thank you, Jazz. He had some gorgeous vocals. So I'm very excited to pick out more of his styling as we go on in stream. But I thought that whole section was just really, really, really not only shot beautifully today, you know, shot beautifully in the MV, but as well as I think vocally, he was just so beautiful. But yeah, I thought this was very personable. That's probably one of the other adjectives I probably use to describe it. You know, it feels like you're being comforted by somebody that, you know, has also lost someone. And I think that, I know I've talked about it multiple times, but I think it's just, to me, it's the tried and true sentiment of like music can cross a multitude of languages. And I think even though I personally am not fluent in Korean, I still feel like their emotion and the way that you convey yourself in the musicality really delivers. And if you're able to connect with it on that way, then I think you can still feel what they're trying to allow you to be a part of. And so I think this is great. I think this is probably my favorite so far, just because I think it is more of like that underrated like song that I feel like a lot of people may not pick as their favorite. And I'm not just choosing it because, oh, this one's not somebody wouldn't pick this one. I'm not trying to give it an ugly duckling sort of moniker to it, but I do appreciate these songs that are just vulnerable, and I think it speaks to me way more than I feel like a really just like intense song where I'll make a bunch of like faces to it. I think this one definitely hits a little bit closer to home, so I appreciate this a lot. Sandra says, oh wow, so sad. The vulnerability is definitely there. I agree. Connie says that Sejun's voice is really pretty. I could agree with you 1,000% on that one. So very nice, very nice. Beautiful song. But we are going to keep it moving. The next one on the list is Nostalgic Night, I believe. So let's give it a spin. Yoki, thanks for hanging. Been a while. Ooh, this is gorgeous. This is a cool pre-chorus.
스며지게 해석한 맘조차 죄스럽다 참 밤바람도 매섭다 흩뿌리는 나이도 물이 물들인 밤이 별의별처럼 아슬아슬 놓는다 어둠이 더 짙게 들이운다 어찌 이토록 그리울까
Great rap section.
시간을 멈출 수만 있다면 그 시간에 머물 수 있어 네가 없는 날 네가 없는 밤 못한 말 못해준 게 난 아직 남았는데 그리운 밤이 오면 매일 함께하고 싶었는데 넌 지금의 내가 그때 널 만난다면 그 순간이 행복했었다 전하게 그땐 왜 몰랐을까 네가 더 그리운 밤 Late night 그리운 밤
I love that rhythm change in the second part of the chorus. Really sick.
I'm gonna be right there 네가 없는 날 네가 없는 밤 네가 없는 날 네가 없는 밤 그리운 밤
No. They ended there? Oh. Nah. No. I can't. We can't be ending it there. All right. Oh man. All right. This was VICTON's Nostalgic Night. If you're hanging out, thanks for hanging. Connie says Nostalgic Night from their 5th mini album. They had their first win at the show with this song. So it's a very important song. The lyrics of this song are about thinking back on times with someone that you are no longer connected to. Written by Hansei and Byom and Nang. Very nice. Very nice. Biscuit says, this is my favorite so far. I might agree with you, Biscuit, because this is great. I will say the ending is a little abrupt. That's probably my only critique to the song. But beyond that, I think this one's pretty much completely like 2 good full steps in the right direction. I really love the energy of this track. I think it's got great movement to it. I also can say with 100% surety that the vocals have gotten so much better. Like the way that they stylize the vocals in this song, chef's kiss. It's so good. That pre-chorus build is so good. The pre-chorus is probably my favorite part of the song. I really love that build a ton, but man, that chorus comes out of nowhere. And then I also appreciate the fact that the rhythm changes in like this, and like I guess it would technically be considered like post-chorus of the song. Just so cool. And I think it, again, as I talked about earlier, just with the movement of songs, I think that does such a great job of like keeping your awareness of the song and how well the rhythm changes and doesn't feel very obstructed. I love that. I think it does a great job of, giving you such great movement throughout the song. And with other songs that I've heard previously from VICTON, like the first couple songs, and that's no diss to their production at that time, but this feels like a completely different group just because of the way that the vocals are stylized, the way the production has kind of matched what they're doing. I think is really impressive. I also really liked Hansei's rapping section as well. I think he's got some really good parts throughout the entirety of this song that I think is really interesting. And he, again, the way that he cuts through these songs are just so well orchestrated. So I feel like this is another really great example of that. But I think this one, again, was more about like their vocal prowess and styling. I think they did a fantastic job. There was a member that really stood out to me. I'm trying to find the section. I'm pretty sure it's Sung Shik, because I saw that someone in chat was mentioning that he has pink hair. So I'm going to say it's probably him. Yep, Connie said that. So I'm going to say that's for sure him. He was incredible. His falsetto tone is gorgeous. But there is also another spot in this song that I really fucking enjoyed, and I don't. It's this member, whoever this member is. I'm gonna guess. I think it's Sejun, but I'm not 100% sure. That would be my guess, though. They sounded incredible. Okay, Chan. Wow, Chan. Okay, Chan's coming out of nowhere for me. He sounded incredible. So I don't know if he has any solo material, but I'll have to keep my eye out because he was really, really good in this section. Definitely took me by surprise, but great overall song. Like I said, I don't want to feel like I'm discrediting the rest of the group. The rest of the group was like chef's kiss, great shit. But those were the two at least vocalists that stood out to me in this song specifically. So very nice, very nice. This is like placeholder number 1 right now. So we shall keep it moving. We have Howling next, which is the most anticipated one to listen to tonight. So let's get into it. Or one of the more anticipated, sorry.
추락해버린 나 곡줄이 짐승처럼 부러진 내 살까지 퍼그들어 탓한 슬픈 흡소리 그냥 뒤돌아볼게 Can you hear my howling yeah Can you hear my howling yeah got 99 problems but if it ain't one hit me 그립다 널 부른다 내 모든 걸 담아서 다시 널 놓치지 않을까 널 이렇게 알아서 우린 영원히 함께
Ooh, that is gorgeous. Oh, I love the panning. Nice. Cool bridge. Oh. Ooh. I hope that member's all right. All right. This was VICTON Howling. If you're hanging out, thanks for hanging. Byung-chan at the end ending as he should. Oh boy. Connie says Howling from their 6th mini album was written by WWW, Hansei, Hidden Sound, Nano and Han Kang. Very nice. Um, Sarah says, do a flip. Um, this is great. This was like, I don't. People were saying like, oh, Howling, right? Like that was one of the songs. I know there's another one. I think Nightmare was the other one. Potentially, no, there is no one named Nightmare. What the fuck am I talking about? Um, I thought this one. What? Oh, it's a B side. Okay, I thought I was going crazy. I'll have to check out Nightmare though for sure. Um, this one is definitely more subdued. Like there, obviously, like the movement of the track's really good, but like there is like some subtle changes that like I kind of appreciate about the song. And again, as I was talking about like the way that the rhythm moves in this track, I think this one was also really intelligent about the way they went about it. I love how the movement kind of speeds up in the song where you get a lot of the Hansei parts. Um, I think that like again, a lot of that is fixated on how fast he raps and like or like the way that he kind of goes about it in terms of like tonality. I feel like it's really kind of based around that, and it's so I'm always really impressed once we get to those rap sections because the song shifts in such a dynamic way that I'm like, wow, I don't know if he's kind of like building around his like rap sections to kind of add this really interesting like dynamic movement to the song, or if it just seems like it fits well with the track. I'm very curious because I feel like at this point, listening to seven of Viction songs, I feel like it is a little bit like I want to say I feel like it's on the nose, like it just works. Like there's just something about it that I appreciate about his writing style that I think he knows what he has to do in the song and just does it. Also vocally, I think this one has some really beautiful movement to it as well. I really loved the pre-chorus of the song. I think I'm just a pre-chorus stan. But I felt like this pre-chorus in this song specifically was really good. I will say that I feel like the payoff between that pre-chorus to chorus transition, I think it leaves a little to be desired, certainly. Um, in my opinion, just because I think like you get this like really interesting build and you're kind of expecting it to either have like an interesting like punch to it or like maybe a drop off, and I don't feel like dynamically it kind of keeps a little bit of the same sort of tenure to it. Like, you know, I feel like it does keep the same sort of level of energy, which isn't particularly bad, but I do feel like maybe dynamically I was kind of expecting a little bit more, and that might be just a personal preference. But I thought this was really solid. Like again, I'm excited to delve into this release as a collective because everybody was saying Nightmare such a great B-side. But I thought this was really good, and again, I think we're keeping that trend of like really great Viction songs where I feel like I haven't had one that I'm like, ooh, you know what? I'm not really feeling this one. This one isn't for me. But I feel like all of the ones we've listened to, pretty much for the most part, I've found a lot of things that I enjoy and would go back and listen to. So I think that is a very good plus, certainly. So as well as that, just again, I've said it once, I'll say it 1,000 more times. Sungshik does such a fantastic job with those ad libs at the end. Just incredible vocals. So really love to see it. But yeah, this was good. I like this. So we shall keep it moving. We have Mayday next. So let's give it a listen. This is such a cool intro. It's building Kun.
Losing all my sleep on you. 뜨거웠던 cold night 언제까지 전부 뺏겨버린 듯해 yeah. I wanna 그 속에서 널려져 너 나만 날 품은 Baileys 네 품에서 feel me and calm me 단 주체가 안 돼 hear me Love is blind yeah, yeah. But your love is unkind 그래 그렇게 그들의 가둔 채 game Tell me Fire of a Mayday But I can't wait Fire of a Mayday Fire of a Mayday But I can't wait Fire of a Mayday 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 Answer me now 그대 이건 SOS SOS Hold up 아마도 이 상태로 dying But never mind like Cobain You make me go insane 반복된 환영은 매일 숨지게 삼켜만이 Don't wanna give up 못 떠나게 넌 내 손을 끌어당기지 너 식어버린 듯해 또 차갑게 잠기는 파도 끝도 없이 애워싸는 불안은 killing me Fire of a Mayday But I can't wait Fire of a Mayday Fire of a Mayday But I can't wait Fire of a Mayday Fire of a Mayday But I can't wait 갇혀버린 채 Fire of a Mayday But I can't
I love these layered vocals. So nice.
마지막 찰나의 순간에 흐려진 잔상이 눈앞에 다 내려놨을 때 무심코 느껴버린
I love those distorted vocals in the back.
Such
Interesting.
a beautiful destroyer 희미해진 light 좁아지는 sight 난 길을 잃었나 봐 아무리 불러도 내겐 닿지 않아 이 폭풍 속에 날 놓지 마라 Fire of a Mayday
Oh,
Fire of a Mayday Fire of a Mayday But I can't wait Fire of a Mayday Fire of a Mayday But I can't wait 갇혀버린 채 Fire of a Mayday But I can't wait Fire of a Mayday 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 Yeah
ooh. All right. Oh, wow. That's very quick. All right. That was VICTON's Mayday. If you're hanging out, we are fastly approaching the next one after this. Connie says that Mayday is from their second single album, which was written by Hanse, Jessica Oh, Gina Mong, and Han and Sung-oh. Sorry, I keep seeing Han at the beginning and I'm saying it, but wow, this was a cool song. The production on this was way interesting. I think if anything, just for the reason of I wanted to go back and listen to the production of this song, I think vocally this was also one that I would like to re-listen to again because there's a lot of like interesting vocal things going on throughout the song that I don't know if I would have been able to catch it all in first glance. But I think this one was really fun. I loved the like really interesting synth choices that they had used in the song. I think they did a great job of adding this little, I don't know, I guess it would be considered like level of suspense, but there is just something really like bouncy and kind of like groovy about how the song moves, and I really appreciate that a ton. I think there's a lot more like ensemble vocals as well in this track that I think just adds another bit of dynamics to the track that I think is always really fun. I love hearing all of their voices meld together, and it feels very hodgepodgey, but I think in a very good way. So I love that a lot. But I think probably the biggest shout out I have to give is Sung-oh. I think he sounded incredible. Like he was not only doing, I think he did the first rap section in the song, but then also was doing like that fucking like power vocal at the end of the bridge. Man, I like what a king doing both. I think it's just so incredible, and unfamiliar with your game, so now I'll have to keep my eyes out. But I think it's just so impressive because like I'm so used to him doing like some of the rap sections, but like for him to just absolutely crush it vocally too. I think this song is Sung O's song, at least in my opinion, vocally. Obviously there's a lot of great members in this group, but I think it is to me very impressive that he can be such a chameleon in the musicality of Viction. So in that capacity, I am way impressed on it, as well as I wish to have an iota of that type of talent. But incredible stuff. I also gotta give a shout out to Hanse. He's again big salutes on how much he kind of again does help in that production aspect of it, but then again is so like cutting in the way that he raps in this song, and just think he just has a memorability to it that I really appreciate. But yeah, this one I feel like if anything was a Sung O song, and I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Maybe bias record unlocked because he really be cooking in this song. So Sonja says that the styling and the overall vibe of the song are very good. I like it a lot. I agree. I agree. Um, and then Kaylee says, okay, but Mayday is where I was hooked, and after two are my personal favorites. Very nice, very nice. Let's see what else we got. Jazz says, Sungo Ace, his solo work is so good too. Ooh, we'll have to check it out. Connie says that, yeah, he is lead rapper, lead vocalist, lead dancer, so he does everything. That is insane. And also doubled up in saying that his songs are so good. Ooh, okay. And then Sarah says, I had to look up who Jessica O, because I was like, this can't be Jessie. It isn't, but she worked on some bangers, including some Kingdom and Woo-ah tracks. Ooh, very nice. Shout outs to Jessica O. We love to see it. But yeah, what an ace. What an ace, my guy, Sung O. This is sick. So very cool. Well, we're going to keep it moving here. The next one I have on the playlist here is What I Said. So let's get into it. If I can click the button. Oh. I'm already feeling this. Woo!
Get out the way, we're seven blockers. 빨라지는 발걸음 닦으려 단어는 사르르 판 한반도를 봐 판도를 바꿔. We never broke again, 난 숨겨고게. No cap. 이제부터 날 로릭 따라 걷고왔던 길을 걸어 다시 님이 던져줘서 모든 걸 다 준다고 해. 모두 준다고 해. 헛되지 않게 보여줄게. Like a truth. What I said.
Oh. Bro.
높은 타겟은 더 taking me up higher. 모든 저항들을 뚫고 다니는 world. 그 속을 관통해 뜻들을 아마자요. 내를 따라 follow my lead 꿈꿔왔던 길을 걸어 다시 님이 던져줘서 모든 걸 다 준다고 해. 모두 준다고 해. 헛되지 않게 보여줄게. Like a truth. What I said.
This chorus is so good.
다시 날 자극했던 꿈을 향해 달려 You know nobody can deny 언제나 we rushing feeling high endorphin yeah Feel me Everybody talking like I'm dreaming 현실로 바뀐 what I say 이쯤 되면 내 말은 yeah 전부 이루어지니까 All the stars are lining up around me 현실로 바뀐 what I say 다시 한번 증명돼요 전부 이룰 테니까 What I said
Oh my god. Holy shit. Woo! All right. That was What I Said from VICTON if you're hanging out tonight. Ooh, man. I don't know if I have commentary. This was just so good. Oh, man. Connie says What I Said from their first full album is their most popular song and is one that helped them to be more known. Produced by Ryan Junn, the fucking GOAT. I love to see it. Scott Stoddard, and written by Yuha. Very nice, Yuha. Shout outs. Hwang Yobin and Hansei. We love to see it. Oh, they cooked on this song. They deserve the Michelin stars, man. Oof, that was so good. I think y'all were talking about this one, but I don't know. This is gonna be tough. Like I know we have 6 more songs on this playlist. This is gonna be tough. I think What I Said is probably, and again, it is absolutely justified that this is their top song because it is so fucking phenomenally written. Anytime you incorporate like a Latin beat with like horns, that is like on my checklist of a banger song. Just I don't know why. There's just something about K-pop when they do a song like that, it just works. But I really love this a lot. The chorus absolutely smacks. I like the way that they like 808 kind of dropout comes in that beginning of the chorus is just so phenomenal, and just like the who's, I just think it just works. Like I love ensemble vocals. I love if you're in the alternative space, gang vocals I feel like are always just like, I don't know, there's just something really special about it, and like it gets you hyped. It gets you hyped, you know? And so I love that element of it. I want to list some of my favorite moments in the song, but genuinely, everybody killed it. And I would feel remiss if I didn't genuinely say everyone did a great job on this song, because everybody did a great job on this song. But if I really had, if I was really pressured into giving some of my favorite moments, I would say that Hansei rap was fucking insanely good. I love that. That man can absolutely cook, just so good. And he's got such great like speed. Like I know he is capable of doing it, but like in this song he just absolutely murdered it. I also really liked Sung Shik's like vocals throughout. Again, he's my bias for a reason, but I feel like vocally, man, he was just really doing a lot of cooking in this song. And again, Sungho, I'm I'm really gonna be keeping an eye out for him because he really be doing it all, and I'm so for that. So this one, if there could be a better song on this playlist, I hope we find it, because this one's gonna be really hard to beat. Honestly, if I'm being 100% straight, it's gonna be a very hard one to beat. But that's okay though. We're gonna keep it moving. Somehow, I know we're gonna move on. This is sad. Achilles says my favorite moment, the song. Agreed. And Connie says he's just an icon. I agree. He is a big icon. Yucky says everyone popping off. Agreed. Big agreed. Connie says everyone wrecked me. I just gotta give a shout out to Sarah and their their gif of the dog going absolutely ape shit. I see that shit all the time and it kills me. And every time I see it in the Discord, that I love, that's like one of my favorite gifs for whatever reason, but it's so good. So every time I see it posted, I think it's great. So big salute to you, Sarah. And they said this is my favorite so far, no doubt. Agreed. I think a lot of people can agree that this might be one of the top ones to beat for sure. But Sarah says, if you ever see it in the Discord, I promise I'm the one who sent it. I try to use the gifts. I try to use a lot of gifts because I love gifts. But anyway, besides the point, we're gonna keep it moving. The next one is flip a coin. So let's give it a listen. Okay, this is a B-side. Thank you, Connie. I had a feeling. Oh, already. Bro, is this man like on a mission or something? Ooh. Great chorus.
전 세계 한류 열풍 유행 Kpop 거세게 만류해도 터져 잭팟 Yeah, that's my team VICTON with the Howling Guess why 매사에 계산하는 내 삶이 세상이 예상 못해 That's right 만족하긴 아직 모자라 뻔뻔하긴 조금 그래 Shake and a shake 원하는 걸 왜 반복해 game I don't care what it is 더 미쳐가
Alright, I see you, Sago.
게마도 이니 미니 많이 뭐 맘보다 몸이 가는 대로 가 Losing control Flip that coin Flip that coin Flip it, flip it, flip it Flip it up Enjoy yeah we're ready, ready 너 그럼 이제 우리 매일이 축제 No matter how it goes 정답은 늘 뻔해 Flip that coin Flip it, flip it, flip it Flip it up Enjoy yeah we're ready, ready Right on now Why don't we take a breath 순간을 묶여봐
Great bridge. Whew. All right. That was VICTON's Flip a Coin. If you're hanging out, we are back-to-back bangers. We love to see it. Connie says, what was written by Hansei and Sungho. Fun fact, Hansei wrote his rap part for only 3 minutes and recorded it in one try. Of course that man did. I would expect nothing less from him. If he said he didn't record it at all and that just came out, oh, he's so good. Getting a little too hyped about Hansei, but hey, I should. This is awesome. And it would absolutely make sense that this is on the same release. Because man, I don't know if these are back to back on this album, but I feel like I gotta give this album a listen because I'll be pissed if I don't listen to it. But man, they just keep getting better. I'm kind of astounded at how good this shit is. I will say, and for all you emos out there, y'all know this. So the chorus reminds me of the Fall Out Boy "Light 'Em Up." I think it's just because it's in the same key and also potentially using the same chords, but now I can't unhear it. So I don't know if that's just me. Maybe me. It could be just me, but it does give me that vibe. And so I feel like I can put those two. Somebody should match these two songs together. But I think that's really cool. Again, I feel like they unchained Hansei in this song. Like I feel like he has been bound up. Be prepared. Like this is Hansei getting ready, and then they're like, "Okay, Hansei, it's your part," and then he's just like, "I'm ready," and then he just comes out of the fucking ground and just like does his shit and then leaves. I feel like this one is just this is so sick. I'm impressed. Because like again, his speed was insane in the previous song. What I said, but this song, man, he said, "I'm gonna be unbound and just go for it." So I think this is fucking dope. And Hansei is absolutely a monster. But vocally, this was also really sick too. Again, Sungshik did a great job vocally. I also really loved Sujin. I thought he did a great job. Subin, excuse me. I don't know why I said Sujin. Subin did a great job as well. I really liked his vocals, and I was trying to pick out little bits and pieces of him as well. Great stuff. And Sung Oh, I feel like again, I've ever since I knew that he was such an ace in this group, I've noticed his vocals that much more now, and he's great. I really like his shit too. So it would make sense. Again, these two songs phenomenally placed on this album. It absolutely makes sense. So great job, Connie. Thank you for showing me this one as well. I think this is an amazing album thus far. So I'm gonna have to give it a full listen. Kaylee says, "Oh, it's okay, Brandon. Relatable." Jazz says, "Energy off the charts." Agreed. Sarah says, "Pretty soon, Brandon is going to be using the barking gift on sit." I should ask chat what type of K-pop gifts I should be throwing into the Twitch zeitgeist here. I'll have to find some. If you have some good gifts, let me know. Hit me up. I'll throw them on. But for all you paying people, Parvati says it so does. I would assume in regards to the Fall Out Boy "Light 'Em Up" chorus. Yeah, I do feel that. Sonja says this album is solid. For sure. I agree. Connie says you should do a Hansei deep dive. I feel like you have made a very convincing argument. So we might have to. And Sarah says the barking. Okay. Aye, Captain. We'll throw it in. So, all right. Very cool. I don't know if I'm going to get off cloud 9, but we're going to try. We're going to try our damn hardest here. So this next one is Sweet Travel. Let's get into it.
Tell me sweet things, baby. 뭐든 다 okay.
What a shift.
Give me the feeling, baby. 또 다시 설레. 기분 좋은 바람에 살짝 기대봐.
my god, it's the dog from the barking gift. Nope.
I feel like I'm traveling every day.
That's very relatable, honestly.
What's going on? All love goes on. So give me that sugar rush. No sweet, 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 sweet Trevor. So give me the sugar rush. 어디든지 별빛들은 우릴 더 환하게 비출 거야. Trevor, 마치 sweet, 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 sweet Trevor. Just follow me, sugar rush. Come with me, baby. 내 순간 특별해. 곁에 있을게. 넌 그 전에 손을 잡아줘. I'll give you all on my mind.
Cool.
마치 sweet, 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 sweet Trevor. So give me the sugar rush. Trevor.
Youngchan, great job.
Sweet, sweet Trevor. So give me the sugar rush. 별빛처럼 밝게 빛나. 마지막 종착진 없을 거야. Trevor, 마치 sweet, 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 sweet Trevor. Just follow me, sugar rush. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. So give me the sugar rush. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Aw. There you go, a little more. They're doing behind the scenes, yeah.
Tell me sweet things, baby. 뭐든 다 okay. 기분 좋은 바람에 살짝 기대봐. 야, 돌아다녀, 얘들아. 세보게. Trevor, sweet, 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 sweet Trevor. 뭐라고? So give me that sugar rush. Trevor, sweet, 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 sweet Trevor. So give me the sugar rush. 어디든지 별빛들은 우릴 더 환하게 비출 거야. Trevor, 너와 sweet, 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 sweet Trevor. 뭐라고?
I'm kind of mad they still sound good even though they weren't hitting the notes. And that frustrates me because I know they're built different. But anyway, this was Sweet Travel by VICTON. Connie said that this was written by Song Shik, Chan, Sejun, Hansei, Byungchan, Subin, Jacob Atwell, Height, and Realty. Kaylee says, "Oh, to be talented." I agree. I feel that. I always genuinely, and again, I know that the intention of doing these deep dives is to get into every song, but I genuinely feel bad because, like, when you have like such highs that we went through in the previous two songs, I always feel like I'm like a little bit less. I don't want to say, I guess I say I'm a little bit more forgiving with like the song that preceded it, but I felt like this was very nice. Like again, I don't want to discredit this song for being placeholdered after like two phenomenal songs, because that's, again, I feel like most people aren't doing the legwork that I'm doing of going through each group title track by title track, back to back to back. Most times I feel like people find out about a group, and then if they like the material, they just continue on and obviously bounce from the next release after next release. So I feel like, again, if Sweet Travel is your favorite VICTON song, I do not want people to be upset with maybe my less than stellar or like less aggressively like punchy commentary about the song. I think this is a really fantastic song. And it does give me like early 2000s pop sound, which again, this kind of almost gives me a little bit of like One Direction feel, and that's a huge compliment. But it's giving me that, like, again, that One Direction feel, and I'm about it. I think it works out really well. I think it actually, if anything, it shows off their vocal styling really well. So I like that a lot. It was really catchy. It's got a great hook. I will say that chorus is phenomenal in terms of having a great hook. But yeah, I always feel like with these songs, like, again, listening to just two fantastic songs and then getting into this one, I don't want to say that this one is not a great song. I really enjoyed it. I think it is really well put together, and I think, if anything, it shows off more their vocal styling as a collective. And like I said, it's got a great hook, and I don't think you can ask for much more in a song like this. So really solid song. I think this is really cool. Connie says that Sungho wasn't in the MV because he was in the military at that time. Oh, I assume, I don't know. I guess I would imagine most of VICTON is in the military now, or they are, or they're just getting out potentially this year. It seems like that might be the case because this came out 3 years ago, so they gotta be close, if I had to guess. But very interesting. This was a very solid song. I love to see it. No Santa says this sounds very Western. I agree. Big facts. All right, but we'll keep it moving here. The next one we have is Chronography. I think Chronograph. What the fuck? Let's get into it. I swear this is not alcohol, guys. 멈출지 몰라 내가 움직이지가 않는다면 날 향해 가는 time. It is not too late but the time is quickly running out so fast nowadays 이 세우캔의 심장 소리도 틱탁거리네 말래 chronograph 빠짐없이 널 적어내 내내 태도 백없이 계속 달려가지 no break Our 기분 올라가 우린 기분 올라가 흘러가는 시간보다 더 빠르게 go straight What? Yo, Hansei. Great bridge.
더 끝까지 숨이 차도 멈출 수가 없어 나는
Oh, that vocal bend.
그곳에 네가 있는 걸 멈출 줄 몰라 내가 움직이지 않는다면 널 향해 가는 time.
All right. That was Chronograph. You're hanging out from VICTON. Very, very, very crazy. All right. Connie says Chronograph from their third single album was written by Yubin, Hansei, Aiden, K. It looks like NFX, Ha-un, Coach, Sendo, and Sophia. Actually, when I first heard this song, I thought immediately it was Atlantis by Shiny. Then I realized Hwang Yo Bin wrote both songs, and that's why they are similar. That is cool. It is crazy, but I do appreciate it so much. Whenever they have again, that those producers that like write similar music, it's crazy how well they could be picked out. And obviously again, I can always give the example of Ryan Jun, because like there's something about their way that they stylize their music is just like sometimes it could be easy to determine who it is just based off of that. But either way, that's a whole nother topic for another story. But I thought this was great. At first I was like, you know what? I don't know how I want to say I didn't like it, but it was like, man, this is a slow burn. This song to me, like the first part of the song, I was like, okay, I'm digging it. Like I'm vibing with it. It, like definitely is like that funky like K-pop stuff that I genuinely normally like. And I was like, I probably will like this one just because of that vibe alone. Then we get into arguably one of the most interesting parts of the song, which was Hansei's rap. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that the first part of his rap section, he's behind the beat, which makes this really like interesting like vocal section where like the music feels more in the forefront and he's like almost dragging behind. But then once that like 808 hits, it matches back up again, and then he's like in sync with like the rest of the rhythm of the song. And I thought that broke my brain. It was so cool, and I think it's so like I was genuinely shocked. Like I was like, holy shit, like what's going on? So I really thought that was really cool. Like I said, I don't know if it's just maybe like how the song is written. He actually might be ahead of the beat potentially, but just like that stylistic section was really unique, and I genuinely was like broken after that moment. But then like the song kind of progresses. You get this really infectious chorus. I think it was really, really, really good. The way that they say chronograph is like so satisfying. I don't know why, but like every time I was like, "Ooh, that sounds nice. I like that." So in that capacity, I thought it was really cool. And then as well as that, the song just continues to get better. Like I think after that first chorus, like the bridge is really phenomenal. But then that ending, oh man, they like put everything and the kitchen sink at the end of that at the end of this chorus and that final chorus. And I love that because I think they really, really stacked it all to the end. There was some great ad libs, like there's some really cool like timing and stuff going on with it. I just think it was really, really well orchestrated, and I think it takes a really good producer to put a song together like this. So shout outs to, I would assume it is Hwang Yo Bin. Shout outs to them. They're incredible because like this feels so unique. And in terms of like structure, I do remember Atlantis from Shiny, and that was also really good too. So I mean, again, I'm gonna echo what Sarah says: two bangers, big facts. But yeah, this was wild. This was wildly good. I enjoyed this one a lot, just from a purely like musical standpoint. Thought it was awesome. No Santa says, "All right, night everyone. No Santa, have a good night. Thanks for hanging out and stream." Um, Kaylee says, "I love it because it's a timing thing, and the song is Chronograph." So yeah, that I didn't until I saw your comment, I didn't really piece that together, and now I'm like, I'm an idiot. Why did I not think about that? That makes a whole bunch of sense. Um, but yeah, no, I thought this was insane. This was like, I think this one is gonna. I think this song is just gonna mess with me purely because of the way that it's structured. I think it was so unique. So definitely shout outs to the team. Really good stuff. Um, all right. Well, we're gonna keep it moving here. It looks like we have, I would imagine, another B side from that same release. So, and I would be correct. Connie says that this is a B side from their third single album. Okay, let's get into it then. And this is Unpredictable.
마치 거미줄을 찢듯 나를 에워싸는 걸음 숨의 밀도 그마저도 다 뺏겨 손을 댈 수 없는 poison like adrenaline 난 중독돼 I say okay count to 10 그 후엔 복종해 없어 내번 내 시선
Sanja, thanks for hanging. Best of luck.
내 심장을 꺼내 스스로 네 움직임은 마치 perfect crime 쉽게 내 전부를 가져가 Unpredictable 잔인한 다가도 달콤해 모든 걸 놓은 채 I just stop it 어딘가 다친다 해도 Unpredictable 예상치 못한 그 temptation 빛도 빛난 lips 더 완벽하게 Unpredictable
Ooh.
I gotta love it 이 줄거리의 반전 Unpredictable 매 순간 네 말투 표정 행동은 다 가시 conveyor 싹 벗겨버리고
Wait, what?
난 반칙 없이도 꽤나 발칙 Yeah I like it like it like it yeah
Oh, that must have been a cut.
얼마든 네가 만든 미로에 제발로 걸어 들어가 Unpredictable 잔인한 다가도 달콤해 모든 걸 놓은 채 I just stop it 어딘가 다친다 해도 Unpredictable 예상치 못한 그 temptation 빛도 빛난 lips 더 완벽하게 Unpredictable Oh yeah you've been on my mind 결국 다시 너의 품이 되면 내 말 발을 묶을게 Yeah girl 휩쓸리고 I'm not your liar 넘어져도 Yeah 너의 덫에 걸려버렸지만 이대로 눈 멀어버렸지 난
Huh. Okay. All right. Very cool. This was VICTON's Unpredictable. You're hanging out. Some info. Connie says that this was written by Hansei and Danke, La La Studios. La 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 Studios, excuse me. Mr. La. This was very interesting. I did pick up later on. I was like, maybe this actually might just be a combination of like a bunch of different stages mixed together, because I was like, how did you make a wardrobe change like mid cut? But that would make a lot more sense. But I thought this was really interesting. Definitely feels like it would be amongst their same release with Chronograph. because I think there's a lot of stylistic cues in this song that I would also attribute to Chronograph and vice versa. Um, but I like this one's a little bit more subdued. Like I think I think if anything, this has a lot more to do with like the choreography, which the choreography in this MV was really really cool. I think they did a lot of a lot of their movements are so fluid, and I love the way that they kind of have more of like a sharp like angles to them. I think that's always really cool. I know a lot of guys groups typically do a lot of that stuff, but it's just so dynamic and fun. So I really like that a lot. I also thought vocally this was cool too. There's just like a lot more subtleties with this track that I feel like weren't kind of at the forefront, which again isn't a negative to this song by any stretch. It just, different vocal styling. And I think, it is one that seems like is kind of more, I wouldn't say it's more so like a full package. Like you see this performance and you're like, damn, this is cool. And then you hear the song and you're just like, wow, they're doing all like, obviously they're doing the vocals and they're doing the dancing and all that stuff in correlation together. And I think as a collective, I think it's really cool. So definitely appreciate this one a lot. I will say this probably isn't one of my favorites from tonight, but I will say at least in terms of the musicality of it, I think it's really solid. And again, if it's amongst that same release as Chronograph, then it absolutely makes sense that they would be on the same release. So very nice. We will keep it moving. We got a couple more left. The next one we have is Stupid O'Clock, which just by naming convention, I'm the most interested in. So let's check it out.
눈을 감아 선명히 날 느껴봐 Do you hear me now 틱톡대는 sound 그건 너를 끄는 내 lullaby 또 뒷걸음질 쳐도 돼 하지만 결국 one way 흐르는 시간 그 방향 따라 넌 내게 올 테니까 깊어진 이 밤 기울어진 달처럼 내게 더 빠져와 Touch your mind
Cool.
도망칠 수는 없어 꼼짝할 수 없이 내 품에 널 가둔 채로 이 유혹은 아주 짙어 너의 모든 무의식 속을 헤집어놔 Until the sun rises 아침이 찾아와
Oh, love the vocal tones here.
아니라도 맞춰줄 수 있지 네 fantasy so I make it crazy It is my daily baby 그래 이제 넌 내게 매일 Mayday지도 maybe 더 뜨거워질 테니까 When I splash you don't break them down 넌 애원하게 될 때까지 Every time 난 너로 넌 나로 어둠 속 불태운단다 날 이렇게 세워 널 방언한 새벽 모두를 깨워버린 정해진 속도 그대로 네 밤에 날 채워
Man, Hansei.
다시 빠져들 테니까 밤새 널 꿈꾸게 해 도망칠 수는 없어 꼼짝할 수 없이 내 품에 널 가둔 채로 이 유혹은 아주 짙어 너의 모든 무의식 속을 헤집어놔 Until the sun rises 아침이 찾아와 다 망친데도 운명이 정해준 속도 그대로 Baby 넌 긴긴 밤에 나로만 채워 불안한 눈 보이지만 작은 의심도 싹 들지 않게 오직 너의 의지대로 나에게 의지한 채로 내게 와서 say you're mine 다시 mine 밤새 널 꿈꾸게 해 도망칠 수는 없어 꼼짝할 수 없이 내 품에 널 가둔 채로 이 유혹은 아주 짙어 너의 모든 무의식 속을 헤집어놔 Until the sun rises 아침이 찾아와 다 망친데도 운명이 정해준 속도 그대로 Baby 넌 긴긴 밤에 나로만 채워
All right. That was Stupid O'Clock from Viction if you're hanging out. Um what a great groove. That bass line was impeccable. I really enjoy that. Again, y'all know I love a good funky bass line. This one definitely working for me here. Um Connie says that Stupid O'Clock is from their 7th mini album. Excuse me. It was written by Hwang Yo Bin, Hansei, Anna Timgren, Justin Reinstein, and Music Lassity. Interesting. Um, I think this was very good. I want to preface that I may have already heard this one unintentionally because that bass line feels very familiar. And when I had brought it up to my girlfriend that we were listening to Viction tonight, I believe she was like, "Oh, I like them." So there is probably a high chance that I have heard this song already and just never really put the pieces together. But now I know it is Fiction, so that is cool. Um, Hansei sounded incredible as per usual, but I feel like his fast, like really cadence driven like rap lines are always really impressive to me, and I think he's got like I don't even want to know what his like words per minute is, but pretty wild. Um, but I thought this was really really sick. Um, as well as that, I think like it's got a good hook to it. You know, I think it's very unadulterated in the sense of like there's not a lot to go behind in terms of like if you are a really great vocalist. I think there's not much to hide behind. And I think that that's a good thing, you know. And obviously, all of them are very capable artists, so I think it really allows a lot of the melody choice to ride on the vocals, and so I think it does a great job of putting all of those things together in a really cohesive package. So, really enjoyed this one a lot as well too. I think it, again, really catchy, really groovy, and I think it really stays true to what I think Viction does, which is pretty much a multitude of different things. You know, like I feel like with each comeback, again, I've always been really shocked at what they've been able to put out. And I feel like very similarly with this one as well too. So very nice, very nice. Jazz says this one is so catchy. Um, let's see. Jazz says Byung-chan putting those acting skills to work. And then Sarah says, "Wait, he was in Business Proposal, right?" And they said, "Yep." And then everyone's confused. So maybe we've unlocked that Byung-chan is a great vocalist, and as well as that actor. So very cool. Very cool. Connie says we are almost at the end of the playlist. No, I'm so sorry, but thank you for putting it together, Connie. It's been a blast. We'll have to do Hansei at some point soon. Would love to dive into their music. Sarah says he was the other dude who worked at the publishing company, but not the one I think looks like a bird and is. I respect your audacity to put that in Twitch chat and then for this to be forever sealed online. Kudos to you, Sarah. We are into the next one, which is another Viction song, and this one is a Virus. Connie says that he was the younger brother to of the female lead. Okay. Sarah says, "Okay, but if you saw him, you know I'm right." Okay, we will check it out. I am curious. We will check it out. Oh, okay. I was confusing two different shows. Okay. We're getting into Virus now though. So let's give it a listen. I'm so lost in Twitch chat. So let's give it a listen.
Yeah. Now it's over time 잠든 초침 사이 한층 나긋린 너를 chase 지금 이 순간 너를 놓친다면 죽어갈 거야 내가 살아갈 매일을 세상 가장 찬란한 비극이야 Under the diamond sky 이토록 환히 나를 눈멀게 하는 걸
Great chorus. I love that descending melody. Great choice.
Okay, put it in the corner. Now we gon' hop on the refrigerator 빠른 시간 속에 go with the flow. 홀린 듯 지금 길을 잃은 기분 no reason to show me your love. 선택은 내 손에 결정이 된 그 모든 것은 난 Mayday. Tell me what you like, I can take you new places. Rush strongly 날아져 멀리 falling 너와 자유롭길 원해.
It's crazy when he is building off of himself. Wild. Cool melody choice in this bridge. All right. That's insane. All right. Interesting. Get a little backstory here. All right. This was VICTON's Virus, if you're hanging out. Connie says, Virus is from their 8th mini album. The last comeback, unfortunately, was written by Hwang Yo-bin, Hansei Tak, and Adrian McKinnon. Very nice. Shout outs to all of them. Wow. This is like a train that just keeps moving, and I'm so about it. I was like, you know what? This is cool. You know what I mean? Like the beginning part of the song, I'm like, this is cool. And I think very similarly to Chronograph, I was like, am I like, it just continued to build on me, right? Like I feel like there are some songs that, especially within K-pop, that are just slow burns. And I felt like this one was very similarly in the same camp and very similarly to that of Chronograph. But this was so interesting on, I think, like a production level, and then as well as I think just kind of from a musically dissecting point. The vocals on this were incredible. I think there was just so many good like subtle like ad libs runs going on in the track that I was just like, holy shit, this is so good. And like I like that it's not over the top. Like obviously they're singing their asses off, don't get me wrong, but I think that like the subtleties lie in the fact that they aren't like just trying to belt just for belting's sake. You know, like there are some moments where they are absolutely belting, but this song has like just a clean subtleness in the way that they kind of vocally riff And I'm just so for that, because like I think that's how you know you can truly just be singing your ass off, is when you can just kind of just subtly throw on like a lot of like insane like ad libby parts at the end of your song part in the song. And I think this one does that to it justice. So I love that. Um, y'all know I'm gonna be talking about Hanse, but this was like really, really, really good. And I like that. Weirdly enough, in this song, I love the fact that he kind of builds off of himself in this song in a weird way, and the way that he stacked his vocals with like the rapping, because I don't think he's done any like singing to my knowledge up until this point in terms of title tracks. So it was really cool to see that juxtaposition, and I think it makes me really excited to get into his solo material, where he's kind of able to do a little bit more with his material. So I, in that capacity, I don't think I could be more impressed by him, as I assume producer, obviously rapper and vocalist now. I think that's, he is certainly, carving himself a path, and I'm all about it. But the song just continues to get better. I really love the chorus a lot, especially the like post chorus part. That descending melody in that post chorus is just so nice, and like it is subtle, but it just works so well in that way that the chorus is stylized. And then on top of that, just like the ending part of the song, where they just kind of slammed you with like a wall of different vocals, I think is just so good. And it doesn't feel over the top, right? Like, and I think that that's what I'm really impressed about, is that like it doesn't feel overbearing, or it doesn't seem too much. It just adds to the overall enjoyment of the song. And I think it just adds to again, that like that wall of sound that I think is just attributed to a very well written song. It doesn't feel like you're getting all of these sounds all at once. You can really kind of piecemeal them all out. And so it was really, really cool to again see that. This one, I think, in terms of the newer songs we've listened to, I think this is probably one of the better ones in terms of the current title tracks. So this one's gonna be tough. I think my favorites tonight might be a little bit more difficult, but as they all are, and as they should be, certainly. But I think this one is definitely like, I think for me personally, this one's definitely up there for me for sure. Connie says, "Oh my god, I just remember that time when Hanse was trying to win a vocal battle against Songo, but he gave up. It was impossible to win for him, but it was so funny." Hey, that's fair. I mean, he is an ace, so I'm not really shocked by that. But I mean, Hanse could do shit, can run circles around Songo in other aspects as well. So I feel like we can't really be hating too much, but we are on to the final song of this playlist. Again, Connie, shout outs to Connie. Thanks for putting the playlist together. But we have Journey featuring Woods, which interesting. I'm curious how this one's going to go. So let's check it out. Oh, and another member. Oh, Hun from N-Fly. Thank you, Kaylee.
아무도 모르는 나의 깊은 맘속 맑은 하늘 넓은 바다가 있어 파도보다 더 크게 외쳐 yeah. When tears fill my eyes 울어도 돼 yeah. 시원한 바람이 불어올 때 내 몸을 맡긴 채로 날아볼래 이 바다 넘어서 작은 섬 때 저 너머 끝없는 길 위에 햇빛이 날 비추고 있을 거야. So I'm ready to journey again. 날 잃어도 그 마음속에 작은 섬에 나만의 내가 있어. So I'm ready to journey again. 너를 떠나보면 날 잃어. 작은 섬에 나를 담아놓은 내가 있어. So I'm ready to journey again. 너를 떠나오면 날 잃어도 깊은 마음속 내 작은 섬에 나를 담아놓은 내가 있어. So I'm ready to journey again.
Huh. Very nice. Very nice. This was a Journey featuring Woods and Hun from and Flying. Very interesting. Um that Kaylee's comment took it for me. This was awesome. The military said we have all these handsome fellows. Let's promote them. I do find it hilarious because like this is the Republic of Korea's Army's YouTube page that we're watching the video on. Like, this is not like what timeline. You know what I mean? Like, I think I've joked about this before, but just I'm like, just imagine enlisting in Korea's military and like you're enlisted with Woods and Hun from the End of Flying. Like, what a time to be alive, right? Okay, Woods, my love, he's on guitar. Nice, we love to see it. I had a feeling he was on guitar. That would make sense. Um, I thought this was very interesting. I liked it a lot. Like, I don't know if this is like a cover or something. I don't know if I don't believe I've heard this song before, but I thought this was really solid. Like again, I considering I'm familiar with all three of these groups now at this point. It's a Woods song. Okay, it's a good cover of Woods's Journey. Okay, it's a Woods. Okay, everyone's saying it's a Woods song originally. Okay, appreciate it, chat. I think this is great. I think this has worked out really well. I think vocally, like again, they're all fantastic. I think by now you should know my stance on pretty much all these groups at this point. Considering we just did Woods last week, and then we did End Flying like a little under a month ago, probably at this point. So yeah, I think it is just really cool. I think it's a cool ending to this stream. Obviously, we've gotten through VICTON as well. So it's just so interesting to see them all collaborate in this capacity on the Republic of Korea's Army's YouTube channel. It's just a wild concept, but I think the instrumentals were awesome. I think like the way that they presented this song was really good. But yeah, I don't have anything like crazy commentary wise to go off of, but I thought it was really solid. So kudos to all of them. We love to see it. Kaylee says, I wonder if that was their idea or the military is just a fan of Woods. Could be both. I wouldn't be surprised if that is the case for both. But yeah, I think that might be it. That is all the songs that I have on this playlist. Again, shout out to Connie for putting it together. Connie says, by the way, I forgot I also have a VICTON B-side playlist with just their best and most popular B-sides, 13 songs, just in case you need it one day. I did mention that we will do a B-side stream at some point. So I would love to have that for have a couple songs off that playlist for VICTON. I think that would be really sick. So I'll have to consider it. But yeah, this was good. I think in terms of my favorites, I think I gotta do. This is tough actually. I feel like I gotta say what I said because I had the most emphatic. Expression on my face for what I said, so I feel like that one has to be it. What else? I'll put I'll put chronography. I thought that one was super interesting, so I really like that one a lot. So I'll put chronography, and then I think I'm gonna throw y'all for a big loop, but I'm gonna put Time of Sorrow as my third favorite. I think those would be it. Honorable mention. I believe I will put Virus as my honorable mention. I think that's how I have my thought process for that. So let's see. Jez says, I'm so glad all Viction members finally left IST. Looking forward to what they put out next. I agree. Glad they were glad they got out of what they needed to get out of. So big salutes. Um, Kelly says, what I said, flip that coin, stupid o'clock. Let's see. I just lost it. Stupid o'clock and Mayday. Okay. Connie says my top three are Mayday, what I said, and Chronography. Very nice. Connie and I were only one off. Sarah says what I said, Mayday, and Virus. Very nice. Heki says Virus, Chronography, a Nostalgic Night. Ooh, Nostalgic Night was also really good too. Biscuit says Nostalgic Night, what I said, Mayday, I think. Gungi says this group doesn't have bad songs, but their music is just not for me. Fair enough. Fair enough. Jazz says Time of Sorrow, Virus, and What I Said. Did we have the no? We were close. We were close. I put Chronography instead, but we were close. Jazz and I were really on the same wavelength. That's crazy. Awesome. Love to see it. Love to see it. All right. Very cool. Very cool. Again, massive shout outs to Connie. If you have a group and we have been yet to decide on said group, feel free to join Discord. This is not my plug to join Discord, but if you want to use it as such, then that's awesome. We have a great community of people who love music. So if you want to know who we're covering, join Discord. That is like, again, I try to make that the central hub of all things important. So please go check that out if you feel so inclined to. Next week, I have no idea what we're doing, but I would also love to get. I would also love to do kind of like a bigger group potentially. So I don't know if there's any big groups that are on the comeback. If Kaylee's ready to do Astro, we can do Astro next week. Potentially. So like I said, I would love to get Kaylee's Astro in, but I feel like I gotta respect the vision. So if you think you can get it done next week, awesome. I do not want to pressure you. I want you to feel confident in what you are presenting to me. So, no rush, no rush. Like I said, if you feel comfortable doing it next week, awesome. We'll rock it. But Kaylee says, "Oh, I got it done last night. Hell yeah, let's go." Shout out to Kaylee. All right, I guess we'll do Astro next week. Let's go. Very nice. Gunky said we bribe you into covering our groups. Yeah, kind of. But hey, there's so many groups now at this point. I feel like I need to be bribed somewhat. So, uh, Sarah says also follow on Twitch. We got to get that boys play a deep dive, y'all. We're doing pretty good. We're still cranking at the 874. So, yo, you gotta step the game up. Sarah's gonna have to go far and wide. We just got a debut date for it. Oh God. I feel like I feel like the poor I was gonna say the poorer I plan this, the worse it's gonna be for me. So I think we can get 1,000. That's why I'm pissed, Sarah, is I know we can get to 1,000. So I'm just hoping. I'm hoping. Let's see. Everyone's saying Kaylee, my superstar. Agreed. Factual comment. Kaylee says otherwise I would have said B2B. Ooh, B2B would be cool. And then Kaylee says I actually have a playlist. Actually, two. Very nice. Sarah says there has been 7 Boys Planet groups debut announced so far. Oh God. Sarah, you're gonna kill me. I'm gonna die. I thought NCT speedrunning NZT was enough. I'm hurting. Connie says, I think we need to do BAP at some point. I'm excited for your reaction to them. Ooh, okay. BAP. I know that they have been I know that they have been asked for. So we might have to. Sarah said that doesn't include Matthew and Gunwook solo debuts. Oh my god. I did see someone point out FT Island in like one of the comments of the reaction video I did. So might be on the docket as well. We just listen. If you put it in the shit in the Discord, I was gonna say in this shit. I did say in the shit, but put it in the Discord, please. I beg of you. If you would love to suggest those groups, please put them in the Discord. I am one individual trying to tackle a multitude of groups. So I want to try to be accommodating to everybody. So Brandon thinks the Discord. I genuinely think my girlfriend can be proof of that. I fumble my words all the time, so I'll keep doing it. If I keep saying cheesy, we'll do it once. I think it'd be really interesting. Depending upon how big the group is, I'm wondering if we could just like speed run a bunch of groups, like a bunch of like small groups. If we could do one stream where we just speed run smaller ones, I'll have to do it, and I'll have to plan out some streams for Saturdays because the Europeans need the love, and secondly, I would love to be accommodating in that aspect to maybe do again. I know we've done longer deep dives over the weekends potentially, so I'll keep that in mind when that comes. So Sarah says perfect opportunity to do BMAX during a small group speed run. I agree. Kaylee says we could also do a month dedicated to like each gen, like second gen month or something. Chaos always works for Saturday. That is true. Chaos Saturdays are always fun. FD Island is a lot, like 40 plus MVs. Oof. Maybe we could put a playlist in the suggestion channel so they're there. That is so I know I do have. I gotta get pulled up now. I know I do have a basically a set for like playlists and stuff. It is in, I don't know, it's in playlist making. Biscuit. If you wanted to add like, because I'm pretty sure you can add like a post to playlist making. If you have like a specific group and you would want to drop a playlist for that group, then I would probably put in playlist making if you already have one loaded up. So potentially it could be referenced in, when we do the polls and stuff. Sarah says we've got many concerts on my Weverse account just sitting there. That would be interesting. We could watch some random concerts. It would be interesting. Yeah, we could. We got a lot of plans. Like I said, I want to be very accommodating to y'all. Again, I love to do these with Twitch. So if you are a part of the YouTube gang, come to Twitch. But I would love to. Biscuit says I was thinking organization. That's true. I'll probably have to find something. Maybe I'll make a Word doc or like a Excel file or something, and y'all can drop your links there. So, Gunky says I really want you to watch Umyal's concert that happened recently. Kaylee says, when have we been organized? I appreciate Biscuit trying to make us somewhat organized. I need that in my life. I try to do my best to be organized, so I get it. But anywho, I am going